Patrol. My next guest just spent 3 days in southern Arizona visiting those Border Patrol locations, seeing it all up close in terms of the security procedures there. Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz is a Republican and a member of several key committees, including Homeland Security, Judiciary, and Oversight and Government Reform. Congressman, welcome. Always good to have you with us.
Thanks. Good morning. Good morning.
So you just saw this up close, and we do understand that there's some sort of agreement that is coming down on the Senate side. What do you think is going to be in it, and is it going to solve the problems that you saw there?
Well, I think everybody wants a solution. This has been going on for far too long. I have great respect for the senators that are involved in this, but it doesn't mean we're going to swallow it in its totality. It needs an open process, and I'm optimistic, but if they start talking about certain types of amnesty and they don't deal with the true problems at the border, then no, it's not something I'll be able to support.
What about a path to citizenship? What about something that encourages people to learn English and gives people rights who have been here for a long time and allows them to find that way to citizenship?
Well, I think I find a higher moral obligation to those people who didn't break the law, who didn't break into this country. I feel a higher moral obligation to those people who weren't willing to do that. They are in line, and we have literally people by the millions who want to come here legally and lawfully. That ought to be our priority.
What about, securing the border in terms of that element, and what kind of reassurance you would want that that is part of this deal and that it is the initial part of this deal?
Well, there's two aspects to this, Martha. First of all, roughly 40% of the people that are here illegally came here legally. We don't have an entry-exit program that works in this country. I go to my local Gandolfo's Deli, and they can tell me the last time I bought a turkey sandwich, for goodness sake. But the people down securing the border cannot tell you who entered and left the country. We don't even try to do that. That seems like one of the basic things that probably should have been implemented, with some software from Office Max probably about 20 years ago. So we got to take care of that part. And then when you go down on the border, it's so porous. I mean, you go just a few miles outside of Nogales, there is no fence. It's basically a chalk line. And then we expect all these thousands of men and women to go capture them and send them back. I went to a detention facility where there were 1,500 people detained. 900 of them were OTMs, other than Mexicans. Yeah. So let's not pretend this is just a problem in Mexico. It's an international problem.
I want to get to the other topic as well, but just one last one on this. A lot of talk about that it's too expensive to secure the border. Jim DeMint was talking about that yesterday. We've heard it from the Democrat side as well. Oh, it'll just simply cost too much to secure the border. What say you on that?
If you don't fix legal immigration, then you'll never ever solve the problem. So you can make the fence as far and wide as you want, and I'm in favor of locking down that border, but if you got to fix legal immigration, you also have to implement, I think, E-Verify, so you dry up the jobs that people can get when they're here illegally.
All right. I do want to get to this other topic with you because I know it's something that's near and dear to your heart, and that is the issue of wasteful spending. We got a GAO report yesterday that showed some pretty shocking things in some ways, but, we've heard this tune before. We've seen very little done about it. Let's pull up some of the issues that are in here that breaks it down. There's 76 programs out there that treat drug abuse across 15 different agencies. There are 3 different agencies, 47 programs in job training, 3 different agencies that control inspecting catfish. We heard the president talk about this in the State of the Union a year or so ago, that there were 3 different salmon agencies out there. Yet, I don't know whatever happened with that.
Well, this is the problem. The General Accountability Office, the GAO, has issued this report. This is the 3rd year in a row that we've done this. Very few of the recommendations have ever been implemented. The president promised the American people, he promised Congress he was going to go line by line through that budget and start eliminating things.
Why is this so hard, Congressman? I think most people who look at this say, gee, that's easy. You just take it down to 1 agency, maybe 4 agencies that handle, drug issues. Why is this so hard?
It requires management from the top. It requires commitment from the White House. I just don't see that. What I see is the White House wanting an ever-expanding government. They want more, bigger government instead of a more efficient government. And what's a shame is then you have less money for roads and bridges and teachers and all the things they say they want to make an investment in. Well, get rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse, and we will have the money to be able to do that. But right now, They just, hey, money for everybody. Everybody's responsible, therefore nobody's held accountable. I mean, when's the last time you heard somebody that was fired because of the mismanagement of funds? It just doesn't happen in this administration.
Yeah, well, not in the government, that's for sure. Thank you so much, Congressman. Good
Thanks,
to see you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.